Good morning, everyone, on this early Monday morning. Hopefully, you're off to a good start, and hopefully, you had a good weekend. Not bad out there weather-wise, and today is not going to be a bad day. We'll see some more clouds out there. A little taste of whippoorwill winter, as this is the last little gasp of having real pleasant nights where a lot of us will fall into the upper 50s for a couple of nights, and that was the case last night before the clouds pushed on in, but still 60-ish to 62, so that'll feel pretty good. Once you get through whippoorwill winter, you start to really get into a summer-like weather pattern, and I think that will be the case over the next 7 to 10 days, especially as we get through Memorial Day weekend. Then once you get into June, July, and August, you get into typical summertime weather with just a few exceptions. Sometimes you could have some activity from the tropics or maybe a stray front push on through. But once again, after you get through these last few, I guess, refreshing nights, you start to feel the muggies, and I think that will be the case as it has been every year. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. And weather-wise, it's pretty quiet out there, and we'll stay on the quiet side as we head into the next couple of hours. More clouds, though. Can't rule out a stray shower or two trying to push on in. I'm just not expecting a whole lot as we head into the afternoon, but there you see one or two. Most of the activity down to our south, and I think that may be the case again as we head into your Tuesday. You head down to Birmingham, head down to Atlanta. I think you may see a few more showers, but around here, I think we're going to stay fairly quiet with the exception of maybe one or two little spotty showers, but all in all, this is going to be a pretty quiet weather week weather-wise. One of the reasons why you have an area spinning low pressure that we have talked about for the last few days, and that's down to the south and east. And once again, that's going to keep areas from central and south Georgia across northeast Florida very unsettled, and that area of low pressure will kind of block the atmosphere. And what I mean by that, it's not going to allow fronts to push on in from the west, and it's just going to kind of stay stationary with the weather pattern. And whenever you have pretty quiet weather, it's not going to change much. And I think until that low pressure kicks off to the north and east, that's what you see is what you get. And I think that will probably take about 5, 6, 7 days. Finally, by the end of the weekend and into our Memorial Day holiday weekend, we may see a couple of showers try to creep on in, but I just don't expect a whole lot through Memorial Day. There you see it right now. Everything's still looking pretty quiet. So all in all, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. If you do have plans outdoors, everything is looking pretty good. And for the next couple of days, some clouds, but I think the bark will be worse and the bite. Hey, I'd like to mention we do have a new sponsor. That is All Star Fireworks over in Calhoun, just off the interstate, Highway 53 going toward Rome, also at the Clock Tower Shopping Center over into Ellijay. So getting ready for two big holidays, Memorial Day weekend and also Independence Day. They're cranking things up, and I was delighted to go down there and check out their display and their demonstration the other night. Great people out there. Go say hi to Scott. But All Star Fireworks is going to be our sponsor for the weather discussion over the next, let's say, month or so. So we thank them for that. But take care, be safe, have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll talk to you later.